Hey, good afternoon. How's it going? It's Sunday, about 1:40, and I am at the top of Sukhumvit Soi 26. This is Rama 4. I'm gonna walk towards the BTS on Sukhumvit. Here's a 24-hour McDonald's, a Lotus Go Fresh. I think that is also 24 hours. And right across the way is Millennium Auto, which appears to mostly be BMWs. So this is the end of the line. I think I said I'm on Soi 24. I might have mistakenly said Soi 26. That's the street I live on. That, if you just go just up the ways, not even 200 meters, maybe less, you'll find the Big C. And on the right side of the road, you'll find the Lotus Tesco, the large one. These Lotus Fresh they're a little bigger than a 7-Eleven. You can find some produce and things in there, but they're just a smaller store. The Lotus down at the top of Soi 26 and Big C, they both close at 10. Now Soi 24, a lot of high rises on this street, and there's a lot going on. So I'll try to show you most of it. But like I said, there's a lot of things. Now here is Millennium. They have signs in the windows for the Minis, which I think are part of BMW now. I don't even know. But up here it says used BMWs, and they have some prices, monthly prices on the window. In front of the BMW place is a large taxi stand. You'll find these at the top and bottom and sometimes in the middle of all these large sois. The going rate's generally 20 baht. They're just gonna take you down this street only. Don't really ask them to go to another part of town. They're just up and down the street. Some people are starting to say in different areas at different times, they're starting to ask 30 baht. Still better than walking in the pouring rain. Series 1, about 13,000. Series 2, about 18,000. 3, 15,000. This is for, it says, monthly installments on used cars. And if you don't want to buy a car, which is probably a good idea, here's a 6th rent-a-car right next door. Probably for folks that are having major repairs and all, but if you're down in this area and you want to rent a car, there you go. Here's a little Z Cafe. And to the right here is the old school, the Davis. This is the main wing. It's in 2 parts now. Really cool hotel. And across the way is the Valia. Looks like a very nice place. Now this little street that you see everybody taking a left turn on, that will get you over to Soi 22. And Soi 22 really starts, I'll show you, right there at the end of the street where you see people going around that corner. That is the top of Soi 22. Now here's the lobby of the Davis. I don't know anything about it. They have a little breakfast cafe right there. It's nice and cool in here, that much I know. Looks like they have a little courtyard there. Let me go check it out. Little, I don't know what you call this, a little meditation area maybe? And I see the elephant room. Oh, somebody's up here. I don't want to disturb them. I see the elephant room over here, which I think is for weddings and whatnot. Hey, this is really cool. This is the elephant pool. Open from 9 to 6. This says it's a traditional Thai house. That's incredible. If they kind of built the hotel around some of these structures. Really beautiful. So that's the thing. You really need to take a peek in some of these places, slow down and look around. I've probably passed that Davis Hotel dozens of times, if not 100. And I never knew they had that cool Thai traditional house in the back. That'd be a nice spot to have a party. Right next door, every time I come by, there's Grisby. It's very packed. Never ate there. It says wine bar and restaurant. All I know is zipping by on a motor taxi. It's standing room only. And next to that is the tap room. There's all kinds of things down here. The Octo Tap Room. It's kind of an octopus themed place. And across the street is the President Park, the Park View Towers. All kinds of high rises on Soi 24. Bunch of businesses down below. I see dry cleaning, barbershop, a couple of massage places, and I don't know what's up here, just a couple of offices perhaps. Now this right here is a one-way street coming this way. That's the little shortcut from about the A Square area in by the Big C over on Soi 26. This is how you can cut over to 24, and it continues on. You can get to Soi 22. It is one way. And here's the other wing of the Davis. I'm not sure which came first. I think, well, I'll guess the other one's older with the Thai traditional house, but this is a big Instagram spot, if you can call it that. You can't walk by here without a dozen kids out front taking pictures with all the statues and gargoyles or whatever they are, lions. And they also have the old school phone booth. Yeah, the Davis corner wing complete with a Starbucks. And I'm not sure what this restaurant is across the way. I've never been in there. There's just 1,000 places I need to try. I'm gonna walk across the way to at least get the name. I think it's around the corner here. Oh, actually, I think this beautiful property is closed right now. I thought it was gonna be CRJ Cafe, but this is a separate little coffee and tea place. And I see just things laying around on the floor. Beautiful building. Hopefully it'll come back to life. But we're gonna continue down 24. Right on the corner is a dental care clinic, and that's that street. You can almost see 26 in the end. If you see the TV tower, that is channel 3 on Rama 4. At the base is the Big C. And no shortage of nice cars running around Bangkok. Looks like a Japanese place. I think that's an eel specialty restaurant. I'm not sure. Myself, I'd probably rather go for the street food than the eel. And this is the Lumpini 24, very popular building. Beautiful. And even though we're towards the end of 24, it's really not that long a Soi. Even if you were at Lumpini 24, I would guess less than a 10-minute walk up to the BTS Prompong. And right across the street, that's the Mahogany Tower. Sharp, round building. And next door to that is the Emporio. I was going to say Emporium Place, but it says Emporio Place. Down below, there's a Lawson drugstore, and I'm not sure what the other two businesses are. Well, one says a aesthetic clinic and a hair salon. Made our way to Dr. Dentist. And next door is the Residence. Across the way, I'm not sure what the name, there's a little restaurant. It says pasta, muffins, ham and eggs. See some guys sitting out front having some coffee. Or coffee. I don't know why I said coffee. Well, there's the Lawson drugstore. Okay, so that's the Emporio. I'm confused then. Well, I guess it's several towers, because this also says Emporio Place. Emporio Place 93, and that's another Emporio Place. So I'm not positive what's going on there. The residence looks like some large units. There's going to be some expensive condos here on 24. You're right in the heart of Bangkok. You're close to the train. This is a very desirable area. Here's the Ideal 24. And right next door is iStore, which is a self-storage place. I only know of one other in this area over on Rama 4. I think at the top of 26. But there's not a lot of storage units if you want to keep I'm halfway considering it if I were to get like a little closet size just to throw my junk in there when I want to, in between leases, say, if I want to head up and live in Chiang Mai for 3 months or 6 months. Yeah, no sense in getting rid of all the fans and ironing boards I picked up if it's cheap enough. And I cross to the other side of the street. You can see the dome on the top of the Davis down on the left. This is Ideal. And I came over to take a peek at these businesses. There's a Wine Pro off to the right here. I don't think I've ever been back there. Well, here's the Bright building. Sukhumvit 24. Well, that's the Bright tucked away back there, I guess. Yeah, let me take a peek back here. It has a co-working space back here, HQ, ready to use office space and meeting rooms. And that is the Wine Pro over there. If you're into buying a case of wine, that might be a place to check out. And it's sure a beautiful skyline here on 24. Real New York City kind of vibe. Yeah, and I think I messed up. I think I said that was the Bright building tucked away back there. I think that is over on Soi 22. Again, I'm just winging it here. I think, no, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, because the Bright sign is here and that's the gate. So that is the Bright building. And that is on 22. And now we're coming up to the next building. It's just one after another here. The other building is the Marriott Executive Apartments, with a bunch of businesses down below, restaurants, hair places. So that's Marriott. And right across the street is an indoor golf center. I'm trying to get the name. Ping Indoor Golf Center, but then that says Easy Golf. Whichever. You got a pro shop right here by the Marriott Service, right in front of the storage lockers. And on the right side here, it's all closed up. Too valuable of real estate to be left empty for too long, so something's probably going to pop up there across from the Marriott. That pro shop, I'm not a huge golfer, but there is a driving range. Well, there's several, but there's one up on Ekamai right at 42, right on the BTS. That from here would probably be the closest driving range. Golf courses, of course, are a little bit more outside of town, but there's also a Top Golf around Bangkok somewhere that I haven't visited. And right next door to the Marriott, the Grand Sitawan Luxury Apartments with a 7-Eleven below, a pharmacy. And on the other side of the street is, oh, I didn't know, they have a little Fuji supermarket there. Again, I've walked down this street 100 times. I didn't know that little, well, I don't know what a Fuji Super is, if that's a small size Fuji. I know Fuji's a market, so I'll go check it out. And this is also the Staybridge Suites. The Staybridge, I could throw a baseball from my window and hit the Staybridge. That is my building right there, I think. I know it's right at the, right that close to the Staybridge. So yeah, that's my building over on Soi 26. And Staybridge Suites is, I think, a long-term hotel or serviced apartments, but I'm not positive. What else is in here? It says they have the little Fuji Super, Japanese restaurants, a couple of those, a lot of them. Hair, dental. We'll go take a peek. Little upscale cafe. Get your croissants, coffee. I see a juice bar. Looks like the ladies are hard at work in the bakery. Here's the little Fuji down in the basement, open 8 o'clock to 10 p.m. Man, I wish there was a gate connecting my building to the Staybridge. This is a full-size grocery store. Yeah, very nice. Fuji, well, obviously from the name, I think is a Japanese supermarket chain. 175 baht for 2 oranges. That's not cheap. Well, it's 101 for 2. Get some Mission tortillas, 119. They have some pretty good, I forget what the brand is. They're frozen tortillas. I get them at Via. Uncooked frozen, but they come out pretty nice. Heinz barbecue sauce, 176. It's definitely a legit size grocery store. I thought it was going to be like a Lotus Fresh, a mini version of the Fuji, but no, it's not as big as the Fuji over in Soi 33/1, but it's pretty big. Has everything you'll need. Yeah, that's definitely my building. I live right on towards the top there on one of those corner units, so I look right down into the Staybridge pool, but you can see there's a wall. And I get it. They don't want to have a gate there and people using that as a shortcut, but it would sure make my life convenient if there were a gate there and even a guard. I could give a 20 baht note a couple of times a month and he'd look the other way. I could just cut over here right to this Fuji, or have a nice easy access over to Soi 24. I do have a shortcut through the DoubleTree on 26, and it'll pop out at the Hilton, or the Hyatt Hilton up the way. I'll show you that little shortcut. That across the way is the, well, I don't know if that is. Yeah, I'm losing my boundaries here. Now, here is the Park Origin. Park Origin is such a huge complex. I want to say 4 towers. So if you lived on Park Origin, you could be on Soi 22 or Soi 24. Either way, you can sneak through there. It's almost a public walkway, just big, huge sidewalks, and end up over on Soi 22. So that is another little tip. Getting from one Soi to the other, they sometimes don't make it that easy for you. And here's a little restaurant. I'm gonna go in here, but I think it's just some businesses upstairs and some private restaurants. You know, it looks like another Japanese place. I don't know what this is, kind of a gift store. And going up were some dental clinics and different businesses. Hey, I think I see why I'm getting confused. This is the entrance or exit for Park Origin, but then there's another building, which I'll see the name in a second, in front of the, I want to say, 4 big Park Origin towers. So that property, it's huge. Looks like a nice little deli. Selena's Coffee and Deli, Antipasta. And that other building is called the Kruntep Tani Tower. Isn't a very good shot, but right under Selena is the Sahai place. Looks like a 6-story building. Selena on 24 nails. And this is a fancy, fancy building. The La Refine, beautiful. Right across the street is the Premium Craft Pizza, and that is the backside of my building. So you can see it's no great shakes compared to, say, that building, but I have a nice large unit. That's an older building. I think it's 26 years old. I have a 53 square meter unit that I paid 19,000 baht for. And you can tell the building needs a paint job, and it's obviously an older building, but it's fine. Suits my needs just fine. I'm right in the vicinity of a place like that is probably 3-4 times more expensive than my place. Hey, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind living in that La Refine, but that's going to be a big chunk of my budget. I'd rather live in a nice clean place like I do and have that money to travel and eat at new restaurants every night or 5 nights a week. So that's what I do. Now this across the way is an Asia Herb Spa. They're very legitimate places to get a massage. Asia Herb, what's the other ones? Leek, L-E-K. This is the Silk, S-I-L-Q residence. I'm not sure if it says hotel and residence, okay. Yeah, my poor little building. It looks like the slum in the area, but it's not. It's a fine building. It's just older. But older oftentimes equals larger. There's the Asia Herb. This is a large, fancy one. You'll find Asia Herbs all over, probably Thailand, but I see them all over Bangkok. Yeah, I would really like to have a balcony like that La Refine, but it's not worth it for the cost, for me anyhow. Other people that are going to be over here working hard and spending a lot of time at home, I 100% understand having a beautiful, beautiful place to live. I'm now coming to the Bond Series 24. Again, beautiful building, but my building has this same water feature. I'm up to a little side Soi here that I don't know a lot about. I'm gonna go down and explore. You can see Sukhumvit at the end, less than whatever that is, 150 meters. But we're gonna take a left here and see what it is. I'm not gonna walk all the way to Soi 22, but we'll take a peek right around the corner. It's Soi Medi Niwet, if I'm pronouncing that correct, which I'm sure I'm not. Not sure what that is. Maybe some food. It says it's a club. FC Bright Company Limited. Not sure what that is. Oh, it's karaoke. Sign's kind of faded. Here's a coffee place and a hair salon. I'm gonna get to the other side of the street. What is this? Japanese food? Oh, that's a nice looking building. More 6-story buildings, it looks to be. I'm gonna cross over again. This is the Casa 24. Very nice. And right across the street, the Serene Place, Sukhumvit 24, also very nice. Well, there you go. And I'll go a little bit further, but it just looks like some private homes on the left. Maybe there's a couple other buildings right to the right here. And then where that car just came around the corner, just from out walking around, I know you can go down that road and you'll pop out down by the other side of the Emporium Mall, right by Benchesiri Park. I'm not going to do it today. I've did it in other videos. I'm going to get back here on the main 24 and head down towards the BTS, but just letting you know. And even coming back this short distance from the main 24, it's just night and day how quiet it is back here. This is, I think, the rear entrance to one of them large buildings down the way. I don't think it's yeah, maybe I think this is the back way to get to that Les Raffines. It's just like somebody turned the noise off just coming back here. Not that I mind it, but if you don't want to hear honking and ambulances, maybe consider getting tucked away a little. Oh, what is this? This is the White Mansion. I'm gonna go see if he chases me out. Looks very quiet back here. Yeah, he's asking me what I'm doing. Yeah, he's just doing his job. I asked him if they had a swimming pool, and he said no, but I'm not sure if he understood me. This might be an affordable option. Don't know anything about it. I'm not sure what this is over here. It has, like, for weddings or something, there's like some huge, I'll call it a circus tent, set up in the courtyard, but no sign. Oh, this is a sharp building. See, there is nothing wrong with these smaller 3- and 6-story buildings. Sometimes you can find a beautiful apartment. I don't see the name of that place. I'm trying not to get hit here. And you know what? I have nothing but time, so I am going to make this right turn and walk all the way. This is a tight one, though. And walk all the way down to the Emporium. Then I'm going to backtrack and start the main Soi 24 walk to show you everything. It's not that hot. It's hot. It's always hot, but it's a little bit overcast today. It's I've did this walk a few times. It's a series of smaller buildings, and that I think that big huge building in the distance, I think that is the BTS, but we'll find out. I don't think I've ever been back here. Again, I'm probably going to get chased out. The M Villas. Yeah, looks like a nice clean outfit. That's what I got. Yeah, these all these places have security guards, and I'm sure if you asked them, hey, can I just take a peek? Yeah, absolutely, go ahead. But a knucklehead like me just walking around filming everything, it's, hey, you know, what are you doing? And I get that. I think this is a taxi stand. Here's a little building on the left. And I don't see the name. Walk over here. Looks really nice. Very nice. Yeah, I apologize. There's not a sign. And on the right here is the Queen's Park view. Oh, that's a big building. Yeah, I see new things every time I go out for these walks. I've been down this street a number of times. I don't remember that large a building over here, the Queen's Park. Here's the Pearl Residence. Looks like the tuk-tuk's heading off to the BTS. Many of these places, it's a nice, easy walk, but yeah, if it's raining, jump on the little tuk-tuk if it fits your schedule. And here's another one coming up here, larger than a tuk-tuk. You can stuff 8 people in this. This is for the park at the M District. Yeah, you see there's a bunch of people in there. It's a little bit of a tight road here. These roads weren't really designed for 2 SUVs passing each other and a pedestrian walking on either side, but it's doable. There's certainly tighter spots around town where it almost feels like a car is coming 6 inches from you. And this is a clinic, beauty clinic. I love these private homes that are just right in the middle of all the chaos in downtown Bangkok. They just built it around this property, which is cool. I don't know what this building is. Condos. This is the Montrose Court. Another building on the right and left here. Here's a taxi stand. Okay, this is these look to be fairly large size. I'm trying to see the name. This is a cafe down below. Shoot, I don't see the sign for the condo. I'd walk in there, but again, the guard already has a sharp eye on me. Now this is the Living at 24 building. Huge windows, which means nice tall ceilings. Oh, that's not a taxi stand, little food stand. And just a house for rent. This looks like some private homes tucked away back here. And where are we at? We are on 24, so I can't remember. I think this, yeah, in fact, I know it does. It dead ends, but what the heck? Let's go down and show you the buildings. Almost to, in fact, you can see the BTS going by. I was going to say we're almost to Sukhumvit, and off to the left here will be Benchasiri Park. But over here, down this little soi, it says the World Fellowship of Buddhists, the World Buddhist University. And here's the side entrance to the Living on 24. So you can see 24 and a lot of these streets over here in Bangkok, they kind of spider off. There's the main Soi 24, and this is also Soi 24, I think. Maybe it's 24/1, I'm not entirely sure, but it's not unusual to have a street kind of be 3 streets, if that makes sense. They're just right next to each other. Now this is a beautiful building. I don't see the name. This is a Veganeria, which I'm assuming is a vegan restaurant. Oh, here's the name right in front of me. I'm getting a little hot walking around. It's the, I can't read that. Bon Tivage, but I don't know what that says above it. I don't see a guard, so we'll take a peek. Well, here comes the guard. Yeah, they look like very large units. Yeah, a lot of these guards, they don't speak English, and I don't need to have a big conversation to ask them to film for 2 seconds. I just keep walking. Oh, okay, I know where I'm at. This is the Buddhist training grounds, which is right on the. I'm assuming that's what it is. It has something to do with Buddhist University, it said, but it's right on the backside of Benchasiri Park. Benchasiri? Yes, Bench of Kitties up in Asok. I mixed those two up. Oh, and this is nice. They have a gate open, at least from, I want to say the hours are 4:30 to 10 p.m., but I'm not positive, at least 5:30. So this is the park. And once again, I'll correct myself, it's Benchasiri. I've only been in here 1,000 times. I want to say it's about 10 or 11 acres with a big jog path or walking path all around the park. There's a big water feature in the middle. I'll just give you a quick peek, and then And of course, in every park in Bangkok, there's cats. And this, I think, is some kind of program growing the different shrubbery for parks around town. Parks are really nice over here. They come with nice clean restrooms and snack bars. I think there's 3 snack bars all around this park. Get yourself water, whatever you need. Right over here is a skate park. Yeah, it's just a couple of rails, no big bowl or anything, but it's better than nothing. It's 3 big buildings. I see the Hyatt Place. That's one of my favorite places to stay. That's on the main. Sukhumvit Soi 24. I'm not sure what the building is next to it, and that's an Oakwood residence. We'll get back over there in a minute, but we're sidetracked out here exploring the other side of 24, and might as well give you a 5-minute peek at the park. So there you go, off in the distance, that building right there is the Emporium shopping mall right at the Prompong BTS. The Quartier is on the other side, so that is right here, Sukhumvit. You just can't see it on the other side of the park. This is part of the new large hemisphere, and that tree, I'm trying not to step in mud here, is hiding the IKEA sign. You can just barely see it, and it's going to be, I want to say, UOB Bank Live. So they're going to have a huge concert venue. There's also a side gate right over here, open during park hours, where you can slip through the parking garage of the Marriott Marquis, which I think are these 2 towers, the Marriott on Soi 22. So if you live, right over here, you can just slide up the walking path and in that little side gate, and you're right at the Soi 22. You need to get over there. Now, when the park closes, there is a service entrance over here. The gate is closed, but you can just kind of push it open and go right through that same shortcut if it's past 10 o'clock at night. You can see it's a really large trail. I don't think you're supposed to be riding your bicycles around here, but for jogging, running, I'm not positive about the bicycles. I don't think so. But there's many places to ride bikes around town. Out by Suvarnabhumi Airport is a kind of a famous place to do a huge loop around the runways on your bike. All right, so we're leaving the park. We have a few more buildings. Well, here's the Bangkok Hospital shuttle. Goes to Prompong Station. And then it's going to dead end right here at the back side of the Marriott Marquis. And I'll show you that little unofficial shortcut. This is the NS Park Residence building. Ooh, this looks really nice. I looked up some of these buildings when I first got over here. I was thinking, a smaller 6-story building, it's going to be cheaper than a high-rise. No, some of these buildings are very large and very expensive, including, I think I looked this one up and it was way more than I wanted to pay, even though it's in a prime location, very close to the BTS, to the mall, to the park. Shortcut over to 22. I mean, it checks off a lot of boxes, but you'll pay for that. And this is the crest. Again, I've said it over and over, but just looking at the size of these balconies, that just tells you all you need to know about the size of the units. They're going to be nice. And you can see, I think this is a lobby. I don't think that's a person's unit. Yeah, I'm trying not to stick a camera in somebody's window of their apartment, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of the size. And this is cool, kind of tucked away in the trees. Le Vera. Really nice. Ooh, look at the 20-foot ceilings on that unit. Beautiful. Obviously a 2-story. And oh, that'd be nice if that's their private patio on the roof. Outstanding. And this, it's a little what do you call it? You're walking by the garbage cans of the Marriott, but this gate right here, it's oftentimes closed. I've never found it to be locked. I will say that I've only gone through here a couple of times. Oops, sorry, I'm somebody's way here. I have a buddy who lives over in this area, and he uses this little shortcut a lot, and he says he's never found it to be locked. It'll be closed, but you can just discreetly open it up. I think you go over here. I've only been through here once or twice. I usually take that park shortcut. Looks like you walk through this kind of service area. And there you go. And then you'll pop out on Soi 22 right down here. You know, I changed my mind. I think I will walk over here. There's at least one building on the right. So what we did was we had came down the way. We went down here, went into the park, went to the Marriott, or the back end of it. And now we're walking towards BTS Prompong. Emporium Mall is on the right. I'm gonna switch sides. I don't like to have these cars racing up my back. Over here, at least have a fighting chance of what's going on. Yeah, I knew I might have missed something over here, so I came back over. The Philo residence. Looks very nice. And that is the park right there. And here's something I've walked by 100 times. I didn't know was there. How do you say that? Car Mekamet Secret World. From pillow to pillow food, I guess. And Via 24 Maison Bleu. Maybe there's two places back here. And there's a whole other building back here I didn't know. The Via 24. That is the park. Huh. I had no idea this building was back here. And I don't see the restaurants. I guess they're over here. They're obviously closed right now at whatever it is, 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, and they have this sharp coffee place tucked away. I guess that's a, well, I was going to say that's a roaster or something. I think it's just an old piece of equipment. But yeah, really nice. So we're going to take this right, and I believe this is just parking garage to the Emporium Mall, but I'm still going to go look. I almost missed all this back here. Yes, I'm correct. I think it's called the Emporium Suites, that large. I think it's more a hotel than it is a condo, but I'm not certain. It's attached right to the Emporium Mall. That is the BTS tracks, and on the other side you can catch a glimpse of the M Quartier Mall. 2 malls there at the Prompong. So that's it. And this is Benchasiri Park over here. That's it for the other part of Soi 24. I'm now going to double back and start again from where I turned up this way. Came back around the corner and I'm almost back to the main Soi 24 just down the way. But here is just an example of this area and the beautiful skyline views you're going to get in the evening. That's the La Raffine off to the left. You can see the Marriott in the middle, and that is one of the 4 Park Origin towers. Okay, made my way back to the main Soi 24, and just to review what we did, we were right up here. Ramaphor's down this way. We came up, took a right here, down this way, then made another right, went all the way down to Benchasiri Park. Now I'm gonna head back on the main 24, and just up the way is the BTS. Here's Pudara Massage. Looks pretty fancy, spa-like. Japanese style restaurant. And some nice private homes, I think. Looks like 2 addresses just back here in this courtyard. And this is Hopeland. I believe Hopelands are service apartments. There's 3 or 4 Hopelands around Bangkok that I know of. And on the left here is a beauty shop. Laser hair removal. This is all across the street from Hopeland if you're following along on Google. Asa Garden. I don't know what Asa Garden is. Oh, it's a beautiful building. Zipped by here on a motorbike I don't know how many times. It's 2 beautiful towers. This is really nice. Stone's throw to BTS Prompong and the park. Check out Asa Garden. Veggie sushi, Oriental carpets, Best Tailor on 24. Only good stuff. Let food be your medicine. Okay, I don't know what that is. Looks like herbs and spices. Vistro, plant-based cafe and restaurant. So that's the second vegan or vegetarian type place I've seen. The other one was over by the park. There's a Aurora or a Bora massage, Kyoto massage, 7-Eleven. Veterinarian Animal Hospital from 9 in the morning till 9 p.m. And this is the Granville House, right next to the Hyatt Place. I've stayed at the Hyatt Place many times, and I'll talk about that in a second. But this Granville House looks like an older building like the one I live in, so maybe you can get a little bit of a savings, but to be quite honest, as close as you are to the train and to the mall, even an older place is going to probably be super expensive. Now this Hyatt Place, I don't know the situation. I haven't stayed there since 2016 or maybe even 2015. It used to be, it was brand new back then. I mean, a year or two old. And since it's the lowest in the Hyatt categories, they had it as a category 1. You know, you have the Grand Hyatt, Hyatt Regency, on and on. Well, this Hyatt Place is beautiful, and it has, what does it say there? A rooftop bar on the 28th floor. I've been up there, but they have an incredible free breakfast for the price of the room. And if you're a miles and points person, and I am, I'll put in the video description I'll put my links to. Right now, I'm recommending the Chase Sapphire card for travel and the IHG hotel card, but I'll put the Chase Hyatt card. I don't have a link for it. I can get one, but check that card out. If you put whatever it is, $3,000 on that card, you get a ton of Hyatt points. And it used to be you could stay at this Hyatt for 5,000 points a night. It was category 1. That's the lowest, and that's incredible. If you can get 50 or 60,000 points on that credit card, heck, that's a nice day here with a really killer breakfast. Really good. Omelet bars, all kinds of Asian options. It was pretty much my main meal of the day. It was just so good. I just ate so much. I missed that building. Right across the street from the Hyatt is the Premier condominium. Looks older, but I like older. I like older, large units that are super clean. That fits my needs just fine. And here's the Ariston Hotel. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Get out of the way here. At least some of the top units are, well, that's the Ariston in the background, but right in front here you have some traditional Thai buildings. And I'm not sure what this is. This is the back entrance to another building. Let me get up here, or hotel. It's the Siri residence, and I'll let me sneak to the other side of the street without getting hit by a car here. Here's the Oakwood service departments. Well, there's 2 Oakwoods here. Okay, this is the Oakwood residence, so I think that's more long-term, pay by the month, that kind of thing. And on the other side is the Oakwood Suites. I'll walk up there in a minute. So here's the Siri. Beautiful building. And the sign's a little damaged. It looked like a truck hit it or something. I can't tell if it says digit cord or something like that. Just a little 6 or 4 story building, but beautiful. Right in between the Siri and the Oakwood Suites on the left. Oakwood, you'll see them all over the world. In San Diego, we had Oakwood apartments. And there's the Oakwood Suites. And once again, the Oakwood residence. And that building is the mall and the BTS train. The Hilton, Sukhumvit Soi 24. Right across from the Oakwoods, and right to the right here is my shortcut to get home when I'm coming from this way and coming to the train. I just run right here down the side of the hotel, and that hotel there is their sister property, the Doubletree on Soi 26. There's a back entrance. You just run right past the elevators and pop out the lobby. And across from the Hilton is the Skyview Hotel and a bunch of restaurants, La Stella. I went back there. There's a Japanese restaurant, and there's also I assume it was Muay Thai training. If you're there's no shortage of Muay Thai training around town, but if you're staying in this area, go here to the base of Skyview. Let me walk up here. All right, go down there, and to the left, that sign, I can't read it. Is it Macau? Well, that's a Japanese restaurant, I think, but it also says Muay Thai and Fitness Gym. That is the Emporium Mall. Right across the street is the Mercure, an Ibis hotel. I think the Mercure is part of the Ibis hotels. I'm not sure. Yeah, it says Ibis Hotel, Mercure Hotel, so they're together. If you watch the Foreigner Joe and Thai Girl Gift channel, this is where he likes to stay. He used to live over on Soi 22 in the Augustin building, so this is his familiar part of Bangkok. I know I watch his videos over the years, and he loves this Mercure, or they stay here often anyhow. Good place to stay. Walk right to the train, walk to the mall, and that's where I'm going for lunch. I'm going up on the, I think it's the 5th floor, maybe the 4th, to the food court. Get myself a nice chicken and rice. Actually, I came to my Japanese place. Well, I got a chicken sukiyaki. You can see all the Michelin guide. Not Michelin stars or anything, but they're in the Michelin guide for a food court. That's not bad. And the large size is 110 baht. Regular size 95. Making it up fresh. Now, right across from the mall is a bunch of Korean restaurants, some Japanese food, and right to the right here where this taxi's coming out, I can't film down there. All the young ladies are sitting out in front of their spas, but I'll just leave it to your imagination what's happening down that Soi. You know, across the way here is more massage and some small, they're listing it as boutique hotels, but they're definitely a little rustic, I guess we'll call it. And this is really legit LEK massage, leak, or however we say that. You'll find those all over town. Let's get out of this guy's way. Nah, he's backing in. That is the BKK Home 24 Boutique Hotel. And this is just some business project development. And this is the backside to the businesses on Sukhumvit. So this is it. We're at the top of Soi 24. And that are these here, and over here are the stairs to BTS Prompong. So thank you so much for checking out Soi 24 and following along on my little channel. Consider subscribing if you haven't. I'd appreciate that. And maybe a thumbs up if you like this look around town. Take it easy and have a great afternoon.